Imagine being a small town resident heading home on a quiet November night. Then something appears in the darkness. A massive creature with glowing red eyes, wings stretching wide, keeping pace with the car. Panic sets in, fear grips at your chest, and when it finally disappears, you can't stop asking yourself, did it really happen, or are your nerves just playing tricks on you? This is a story of the Mothman. A story of fear, grief, and a small town that became part of legend. Hi, welcome to Creeps Crochet, where we unravel eerie tales one stitch at a time. Today I'll be telling you the story of the infamous Mothman while crocheting a Mothman plushie. If you'd like to follow along and make it with me, the pattern and the materials I'm using are listed in the description below. Otherwise, pull up your crafts, get cozy under a blanket, light a candle, and let's begin. Point Pleasant, West Virginia was a quaint and charming town. The type of town where nothing strange or obscure ever occurred. It was the kind of place where neighbours left their doors unlocked, where children played in the streets, and where everyone knew each other's names. Everyone worked hard, supported each other, and trusted that nothing truly dangerous ever visited their town. Littered with mum and pop shops, movie theatres where teenagers would congregate, and a river amphitheatre where beautiful sunsets spilled across the mighty Ohio River. The town had a warmth and rhythm to it that just seemed timeless. Just outside of town, right along the Ohio River, sat the abandoned National Guard Armory building, known to the locals as the TNT Zone. Once a hub of wartime industry, it was now quiet and empty. A place where shadows grew long and imaginations ran wild. For the residents, it had always been harmless. That was until the 15th of November, 1966. On the night of the 15th of November, 1966, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette were enjoying a leisurely drive together on State Route 62 near the abandoned National Guard Armory building, like countless others before them. Without warning, something massive rose in front of them, 7 feet tall, with enormous wings and glowing red eyes that shone brightly into the windshield. A menacing figure rose like a helicopter in the headlights. Roger slammed the accelerator and screamed towards the safety of town. Every second stretched into an eternity of fear. The road ahead became a blur of panic and asphalt. Every few seconds, Roger dared a glance into the rearview mirror, and each time, those glowing red eyes were still there, unblinking, relentless. It didn't look winded or frenzied. It looked curious, as if studying them. The creature never faltered, keeping perfect pace no matter how fast the car screamed down the road. Strangely, the creature never flapped its enormous wings to keep pace. It glided next to the car, making loud squeaking noises, similar to a mouse while it chased them down. Finally reaching the Mason County Sheriff's office, trembling and breathless, it wasn't just relief they felt. It was a dawning realization that something unimaginable had entered their lives. Deputy Millett Halstead returned to the TNT area with the couples, but found nothing unusual. The investigation ended, yet the fear did not. Those glowing red eyes and massive wings would not leave the town in peace for long. In the days following the Scarberry and Millett encounter, news of the strange creature spread quickly through Point Pleasant. The local paper ran the headline, "Bird, Plane, or Batman? Mason Canton's Hunt, Mothman." The name Mothman stuck, a nod to a popular Batman TV show airing at the time, and with it came a wave of fascination, fear, and curiosity that swept through the Ohio River Valley. Just days later, 2 volunteer firemen were driving near the TNT zone when something startled them. A massive shape with glowing red eyes soared across the road. One of them swore it was a bird, but the size didn't fit any bird he'd ever seen. Not long after, local contractor Neil Partridge investigated strange noises in a field near his home. He shined his flashlight and froze. Two glowing orbs stared back. His German Shepherd Bandit ran forward and sadly never returned. Over the next 13 months, more than 100 sightings were reported. People awoke to strange noises outside their homes. Dogs disappeared and enormous red eyes were glimpsed in the night. Cars were chased down lonely roads and the old TNT zone became a maze of shadows and whispers. The town buzzed with fear, disbelief, and an uneasy curiosity. For the first time, residents questioned whether their safe, familiar streets were truly safe. Theories multiplied. Was it an undiscovered species of bird or something far stranger? A visitor from another dimension? A creature from hell? A warning messenger? UFO sightings, mysterious lights, and even reports of men in black heightened the tension, layering the town in suspense and paranoia. The TNT zone became a hotspot for thrill seekers and amateur investigators. Locals said that at night, the dirt roads were packed with cars and headlights sweeping across the crumbling buildings as people searched for a glimpse of the creature. Teenagers dared each other to venture deeper into the woods, flashlights in hand, as echoes of their laughter mixed with the uneasy feeling that something might actually be watching them. But the story didn't end there. The Mothman's presence would soon be connected to one of the most heartbreaking tragedies in West Virginia's history. During the rush hour on the 15th of December, 1967, the Silver Bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, suddenly collapsed. 31 vehicles plunged into the icy Ohio River, and 46 lives were lost. For a town of just under 6,000 residents, this was unthinkable. Families, neighbours, friends, gone in an instant. The streets that once echoed with laughter fell silent. Shops stayed closed, schools mourned. Locals said that the town had been glowing with Christmas lights that night, red and green reflections dancing on the icy water below. When the bridge fell, those colours vanished into darkness. Rescue crews worked through the night, with their lanterns bobbing on the river like ghosts. In the weeks that followed, Point Pleasant was quieter. Shops stayed closed, families mourned, and the weight of unanswered questions hung in the air. The official investigation determined that a single eye-bar in the bridge's suspension chain had failed. A simple, devastating mechanical failure, but for many in Point Pleasant, the explanation didn't feel like enough. In the aftermath, the dozens of locals came forward, claiming they had seen the Mothman on or near the bridge in the days leading up to the disaster. Some said that the creature had been perched on the bridge itself, watching as if waiting for something. Others swore they saw it flying away from the scene as the bridge fell. And everywhere, a question lingered. Had the Mothman been warning them, or was it merely a coincidence? After the tragedy, sightings stopped almost entirely. Some believed Mothman had come to warn the town. Others thought it was a legend born of fear and collective trauma. Either way, the memory of those nights have lingered. But one thing is certain. The legend of the Mothman has never truly left Point Pleasant. It lingers in the stories told around campfires, in the eyes of locals who still remember those nights, and in the quiet unease that settles over the TNT zone when the sun goes down. Even so, time has a way of transforming fear into fascination. Since those eerie nights, Point Pleasant has done something remarkable. They've embraced the legend. Decades later, Point Pleasant found a way to transform fear into fascination and tragedy into community pride. In the heart of town stands a 12-foot-tall stainless steel Mothman statue, wings spread and eyes glowing, a symbol not of terror but of survival and story. Across the street, the Mothman Museum has eyewitness accounts, newspaper clippings, props, and memorabilia. Visitors can see the stories behind the legend and even pose for photos beneath the statue's wings. Every September, the Mothman Festival draws thousands of families, researchers, and curious travelers. The once quiet streets come alive again with laughter and music. Families stroll in matching Mothman shirts while kids in cardboard wings chase each other between vendor stalls. Food trucks serve out Mothman-shaped cookies and steaming cups of hot cider. Paranormal researchers and folklore enthusiasts give talks in the town square, exploring how myths evolve and how tragedy can become a celebration of resilience. For many, the Mothman is no longer a harbinger of doom, but is a reminder of how legends can evolve, from fear and tragedy to community and wonder. I think that's what I love most about stories like these. They remind us that even the strangest, darkest tales can take on a new meaning over time. They're proof that fear doesn't have to linger. Sometimes it transforms into something entirely new. Sometimes what once terrified us can become something that brings us all together. Mothman isn't just a story about a creature with glowing red eyes. It's about people, families, friends, and a town that lived through fear, grief, and uncertainty. For me, crocheting this Mothman isn't just about a cryptid. It's about holding a piece of the story in my hands, feeling the tension and humanity behind it, and finding a little light behind the dark. So, what do you think? Was the Mothman a visitor from another dimension, a creature from hell, a warning messenger, or something else entirely? Do you think he still roams near Point Pleasant, or has he moved on? If you enjoyed this mystery, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It means so much to a small creator like me. And if you made your own Mothman plushie, I would absolutely love to see it. Please tag me on social media. I can't wait to see your creations. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, happy crafting and stay curious.